Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Barry Pringle. I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight to this beautiful event celebrating Juneteenth. Thank everybody. Thank all the authors, everybody participating. I really appreciate it. Like I said, my name is Barry Pringle. I'm a New York City Transit bus operator for 13 years. I'm a best-selling author and an entrepreneur. Thank you. So, what inspired me to become an author? One day on my B-15 route in Brooklyn, I helped reunite two lost children, brother and sister, back to their parents safely. This story made Channel 7 News. Channel 7 News showed recognition for the story. MTA awarded me Employee of the Month. So this is what inspired me to become an author. I got in contact with Henry and we collabed on this beautiful book called Get on the Bus. And then it made #1 bestseller. Thank you. Then I had the second book, Rules on the Bus. It's basically talking about how to be kind and courteous while riding the bus. And my third book, my first haircut. I'm also an entrepreneur, like I said. I have a vending machine next door. I do vending machines and stuff. I have multiple locations in Brooklyn, Queens, and I also I'll do Airbnb as well. I want to shout out to my beautiful wife, Sam. My side, and even when I come up with some crazy ideas, like with the vending machine, he's like, "How are you gonna pull that off?" And them things is heavy. Like everybody was like being like, not being a little negative, but I had something inside of me that was telling me to do it, So I did my first machine and my second machine. At first it was hard because I was doing a lot of footwork and I heard like 1,000 no's. Everybody was no, and I was ready to give up, but I got one yes. And that one yes turned into two yes. And then it went from there. My wife, it's about 13, 14 machines now. So I'm about to get another. I got a machine next door, so if anybody that want to do like a show and tell, I have a machine next door. I have my sister here, she's also an author. So that's basically it. I had this passion inside of me. I was telling me to go do it. My wife was always there. One day we moved the machine. Say, to remember that day in the rain? He was like, "You crazy." I had rented a U-Haul truck. This lady called me and was like, "Yo, I need a machine." I found a machine on Amazon. I was basically really dedicated to it. I was in it. My heart was in it. But I just want to thank her too for the Airbnb, for putting the bookings together, the cleaning and everything. The business is growing. It's doing well. So I appreciate everything. I'm grateful. And I have some of my fellow authors here with me today. My sister Nicole Brandon, Lakeisha back there. Lakeisha. So I appreciate everybody for coming out today. It's a beautiful event, beautiful turnout. Lakeisha, you want to say a few words? Sorry for coming in. Doing big things. I'll give a round of applause.
All right, that was lukewarm, y'all. Once a principal, always a principal. Clap once if you hear my voice. Clap twice if you hear my voice. That means let's all, show 100% attention because I think it's a beautiful thing for us to come together as a community. That's how we win. We win in community. So hearing from each other, getting to know each other, supporting each other, that's what Kwanzaa is all about, right? Kwanzaa is not about what you do the days after Christmas, but this is an example of how you are living out the Kwanzaa principles day and day. So kudos to everyone who's here, who decided to take, you don't clap, listen, if you don't clap for yourself, kudos to all of you for coming here, for everyone who supports each, every vendor that's here, and author, and, just open up the space and everything. But just about me, and I'm gonna try to do this in like 1 minute. So, as I was parking my car, I said, wow, I remember I grew up in this neighborhood, and Pickett Avenue was our 5th Avenue, right? We were excited about coming to Pickett Avenue and picking up some clothes and just different things of that nature. So it's definitely 360. But growing up in East New York, Brownsville, and West Side, that is the fuel that led me to be who I am today. We're turning around failing schools, turning around failing districts, and working with leaders from across different entities so that we can impact our youth. Clap if you know we need to do better by our children. So when we talk about leadership development, it's not just about a title, it's not just about where you work at, but it's about us being better to ourselves, for ourselves, so that we can impact our children, impact our families, and impact our communities. So being an author for me was more so about getting that testimony out there. Sometimes you'll have people who will say, oh, I don't want anybody to know my business. Excuse me, what makes something a testimony? You had to have been tested, right? Clap it up if you agree with that. You had to have been tested. You went through some things. Clap it up if you've gone through some things. Right? Clap it up if you went through that fire. You went through the fire. Clap it up. Clap it up if you're still standing, no matter the trials and tribulations that you have endured in your life. You are still standing. And guess what? You're here. You're showing up. You're writing stories. You're in charge of your own narrative, and you're willing to share it with the world. That's what makes it a testimonial. And that's how we get better as a people. Because it's not just about me doing well, or Barry doing well, or Robin doing well. It's about each and every one of us doing well, looking out for each other, uplifting each other. That's how we heal. That's how we grow. And that's how we win. So I just wanted to leave with that. But just know that I am Lakeisha Williams, also known as the Leadership Authority Queen. I help entrepreneurs lead, grow, and scale their businesses by implementing my Business Scale Accelerator system. I have books, but I am promoting today mainly my leadership school community. So if you have some time later on, stop by, chat it up with me, and let's continue to grow and win together. Thank you all.
Nicole, you want to say a few words? My sister Nicole. Come on,
I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I just want to thank everyone for coming out. Thank you so much for your support. And like Keisha said, we grew up here in East New York, Brownsville, so this means so much to me to just come back and reach out to the community and let the children know that, you can strive to be whatever it is, whoever you want to be in life. And, just thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I am so proud of every single person here, and I am so thankful for our supporters. So, yeah. Faith over fear. Exactly. So thank you so much, everyone, for coming out. It means the world to us. It feels so good to see childhood friends that I have not seen in so long. So thank you so much for coming out and supporting us. And yeah, and happy Father's Day to the extraordinary fathers. It's so good to see childhood men that boys I grew up with turn into exceptional men and fathers. So Also, happy Father's Day to all of the dads. You're welcome.
Yes, yes. Oh, I'm loud. All right, guys. I go by the name Ace General. I'm one of the hosts for tonight. Big shout outs to Miriam. Miriam, thank you for having me here. Happy for yourselves. I believe I do have a lot of events to go to. I supported everybody. My Instagram, if you guys have an Instagram, is ace_general_. I have over 15 million views each month. Just tag me your page so I can tag y'all on Instagram. I'm gonna support for free. You guys keep doing your thing and I appreciate y'all. Happy Father's Day to the fathers. And the lemonade stand boys are gonna be future millionaires. That lemonade is so good, right? We outside. Let's do it.
Hello everyone, how you guys doing? My name is Juan Lee. I am an actor, director, producer, and this is my first time around in the book world. Shout out to Henry, man. Thanks for putting this together and inviting me. And like I said, this is my first book, and I'm so happy to be here. This is my first time, in this space they call author, and it's so beautiful, especially me growing up in Brooklyn. And right here in Crown Heights, and I'm here showing my book. This is amazing, and like Ace said, Ace is in my movie, by the way, Life of a Zoe. So Life of a Zoe has been streamed over 2 million streams so far, and it's getting bigger. Hopefully you guys go and watch it on Tubi. And thank you for being here, guys. Shout out and happy Father's Day to all the real ones.
Hello everyone, I just want to say thank everyone for coming, the vendors, the people supporting each other, definitely coming out. People don't realize some of the stories in here have waited some time to be able to write a book, to be able to come and tell your story, whether it is, a lot of us are children's authors, and this is just the beginning of the things that we have started and will continue to be able to do. So my name, right? So whether it's something that's impacting our lives, something that we love to do, something that we see that there's a need in our community. So that's what writing books are about. That's what being an author is about. That's what telling a story is about, right? So the ones who are unheard, the ones that are very, very not listened to or unheard. So we're those people. But so my name is Miriam's Yum Yum. My book is Walking Wonderful. I work with children and I combat suicide, anxiety, and depression through food. So we do that by hands-on learning, eating together, because we know a lot of our children that we work with or family are in food deserts or don't have food or don't have those things those connections. So we work with children and teaching them how to get through depression, anxiety, and suicide through food. So definitely come over, support the boys and their lemonade stand, and amazing lemonade, great ideas. Yeah, definitely come out. Thank you for coming out and enjoy your day.
Hi everyone. How many of those are better than that? Let me try it again. Please step up here. Hi everybody. My name is Tamani Tomlin, and I'm also a first-time author. I actually wrote a book about my little girl, and the book is entitled Abigail's Song. So this is I'm really a kind of shy person, so it's a lot for me to come out and do this thing, but I'm doing it for a cause, and the cause, of course, is autism. My daughter is autistic, and she's also nonverbal, and this is her first cameo, y'all. I did it for us. So she's here today. Thank you very much. And so I wrote a book about my daughter because of the fact that, I didn't see a lot of representation of Black and brown people in bookstores when it comes to autism, and especially when it comes to the nonverbal sector. So I felt like we needed a voice. I know that my little one needed a voice, and so I took that chance and came in with. So Abigail's Song is about our life as a family. It's about her journey. It's about my journey as an autism mom and what that looks like, because it can be very colorful. which is why my book is very colorful. And so I just love the fact that I'm here. I love meeting all the other authors that are here. Miriam, thank you tremendously for formulating this event, because for all of us to come together, I'm coming from Harlem though, but when she told me that she was doing something for Black authors, I knew I had to be here. And so thank you all very much for supporting us.
Let me see who's next. Who's my next victim?
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shaniqua Iran. I am an author and educator for 18 years. I've been teaching special education. I am from this neighborhood. I grew up in Marcus Garvey, and then 2 blocks over on Strauss. And my reason for writing is 2 things. One, I also do not see a lot of representation of our people in books, and so I wanted to not just talk about what we do, but be a part of the change. And the second reason that I wrote my first children's book is because I felt like there was not a lot of good representation of Black authors, and I had an amazing Black father, and so I wanted to share my stories with other people so they can know that good Black fathers do exist. They're here, they're doing what they're supposed to do, and we need to give them their kudos. And so I write about my dad.
Hello everyone. Hi. Hope you guys are doing well. Thank you guys for coming out to support us. My name is Nastasia Green. This is my first book, and my co-author. Big ups to him. Thank you. I wrote this my IP and me because it's important for me to educate. I am a speech therapist here in Brooklyn. I work with high school students. And it was very important for me to educate them on different services, right? I know that a lot of our kids have IEPs, and some of them just don't know why they have it, right? And so I wanted to talk a little bit about the related service providers, like the speech therapists, occupational therapists, OT, special education service as well. And I know also this book will definitely help parents and everyone else understand what it is. I also want to educate parents on the IEP process. That's something that I would like to do in the future as well, because I think that a lot of us don't know how to get services for our children if they're having challenges in school. So it was important for me to write this book. Again, thank you all for being here and your support.
All right.
Hello everyone, thank you for coming out to support. My name is LaShawn Harris. I'm a first-time author. My first book is Chip and His Big Emotions. I'm also a school counselor and a mental health therapist. So I wrote around SEL, social emotional learning. And it was for me to understand that kids have big emotions also. And my book was inspired by my sister's dog when I realized that he also has emotions. So animals have emotions too. So I kind of related the book for animals and for children together. It's important that we deal with our emotions as children, because if we don't, when we become adults, we deal with the same emotions and they're worse. So my book is inspired to help kids understand what frustration is, sadness is, anger, and even happiness. As an adult, I also deal with anxiety, so the book helps me. I also produce a company, it's called Why, Who's Helping You, and it's surrounded by social emotional learning, helping people, workshops for adults. And I just want to say thank you to everybody for coming out. Thank you for Barry for inviting me to my first book signing, and I have more to come. It's a series of 5 books, and I'm on my 3rd book now. Thank you.
Awesome. Beautiful. Congratulations.
The mic is up. Mic is up. Don't be scared now. Come on now. There we go, baby. Let's go. Let's get it. Yes, sir.
How's everybody doing?
Good,
I want to
good.
say thank you to everyone that came out. My name is Henry Charles. My company is called History Books. My passion is Black history, so I have a plethora of books that is based off of African American history. I have had the pleasure of working with Barry, Nicole, Shaniqua, Miriam, Nastasia, I think that's everybody, right? And Nicole. So I was able to get their ideas and just bring it to life. And so I'm also a graphic designer, so I was also able to design their books. Thank you for reading. Reading is very, very fundamental. I hate to sound, just corny, but our kids are not reading enough. Our kids need to be reading 24/7, all day, every day. But that's it. If you guys out there that don't have a book, if you guys are thinking about a book, come see me. I can help you publish, and that's it. Shout out to the DJ. Yesterday was his birthday. Gemini season, definitely. Shout out to Nicole that also celebrated her birthday on the 6th or 7th? On the 7th.
Happy birthday, happy birthday,
Oh, and my man Barry.
Happy birthday, many more blessings, man.
And
oh God, happy birthday. And many more blessings.
And last but not least, shout out to my Haitians. Sakafet. Alright? Yeah. Alright, so is that it? Nobody else? Alright, so let's get back to some music. DJ Shah Cody. Hook us up.